when I think of Pride Month, I'm going to see it on TV. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to see pride flags. I'm going to go down the street. I'm going to hear my friends talking or hear the people, see it on the bus. I'll see it on that. Like even today, I look on my Facebook and friends are talking about it. In Japan, it's like different.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another wonderful Rainbow Family Friends. Let's join and be together as one episode. We're the hosts. My name's MJ.
My name is Adam.
And today, everyone, just like to say thank you for joining us for another fantastic episode where you can improve, work on your English listening skills by hanging out with your friends, me, MJ, Adam over there, and listen to our conversation in full speed, or our natural speed, English, to improve your listening. If you like that, hey, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's going to be a good one today, everyone. It's all about acceptance, understanding that we are all just human beings trying to live a good life. Today's topic is Pride Month. So everyone, it is June, and June is internationally now recognized as Pride Month for the LGBTQ plus. It's been growing all over the world. I believe it started out in America. They did a little research right before the show, and it was like in the 60s in New York, there was riots that were happening, protests where people were of the LGBTQ community were not given equal rights, and they had enough, and they were standing up for their rights. And it has been continuing that to the point where, hey, now it's official. June is Pride Month. So it's a time for everyone to show the pride if you are of that community, and show the support if you are someone who you know someone in that community, family, friends, or if just overall you just want to be like, hey, let's live together prosperously on this planet that we all share, and embrace one another, you know?
Exactly.
It's something that's been growing and growing. So I've seen it all over the place, especially recently. You know, if you follow SNS, different business companies around the world, a lot of them will have different types of markings. For this case, for Pride Month, a lot of people will use the rainbow colored flag.
Right.
As the image for this month, and to show that we are supportive of the LGBTQ community. Right.
I think in general the rainbow flag is used as a symbol for the LGBTQ community, especially in North America. There's a few areas and neighborhoods where people will hang the flags outside of their homes or businesses, as you were saying, just to show their support. Like, this place is LGBTQ, friendly. We don't discriminate. We don't hate anyone.
So I know people back home who are a part of the community. Yes. And interestingly enough, here in Japan, I feel like I don't know so many. It's a very interesting thing where it's like, because in North America, I believe, there's a lot of stuff with religion. It's very strong within the government, and a lot of people being Christian, Catholic, and that being a homosexual is kind of frowned upon in those religions, right? So the overall theme,
there's like
I don't know if you, right. I don't know if you felt it too, but definitely like kind of growing up, it wasn't such a big, open, talked about subject as it is now.
I think definitely growing up, if you heard about it, or if you heard some friend or some family member or somebody in the community who has come out and, said that this is who I am, please accept me. A lot of people would use, the religion as a way to say that what they are is against religion. And I think not everybody in the community, but there are quite a few people who will stay away from religion just because of that fact. Like they aren't accepted there, so why even bother believing in a religion? But then there are people who are accepted in certain areas of religion. So it's very a mixed bag, I would say, when it comes to religion with the ways people are accepted. But yeah, it is changing, like you were saying. Yeah, it is changing. And I want to say that it's because of media, the amount of power that media gives to highlight things like Pride Month and Pride Week, and like how companies are realizing that there are members within their office who feel kind of like left out because of who they are. And these companies are trying to highlight that, like, yes, we love all of our staff. We want to support all of our staff. So yeah, I think that those little things, even on TV, you see more people who are saying that, yeah, I'm part of the community, so please accept me, you know?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of celebrities who are from the community, and even shows that are focus of people within the community to help others. So like the big one that comes to my mind is Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. That was a huge, like kind of like almost reality / just like, and it was like very accepting on both ends of the straight spectrum of men and women. Like going back to it, like in North America, it's such an interesting thing because we see ourselves as a melting pot, right? So many different people from different countries, different backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah.
But we see that we're the most, like, that's where the most kind of groups of people who are coming out to have to say, hey, like, accept us, right? Because there's a lot of things that are made within the government, these rules, laws, regulations that makes them feel separate and not a part of the community of, being an American or Canadian. Right. So that's why people have to kind of like stand up and kind of like fight or make their voice be heard, which is totally cool. Like that's how it should be. Right. But then we switch to where we're living now, past like 10 years, over 10 years living in Japan and looking at it. Of course, everyone here, it's a homogenous country. Everyone is Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a difference in the whole kind of like standing out, being like, get your voice be heard, like accept me for who I am. Thinking about like, even just like women's rights movement, it's not up to par with a lot of first world countries around the world, Yeah. And then looking at the LGBTQ community, while there are so many people who are of that community on TV, who are very popular, having their own TV shows, like talk shows, it feels like it's super accepting for those people. There's so many fans who don't think twice about their sexual preferences or anything. It's just like, yeah, that person's funny. That person's really good at talking or something. But when I look at real life and like my friends and stuff, like I was saying at the beginning, like I don't know that many like trans or gay or lesbians in Japan. Right. There has to be people out there. I'm like, but I don't really see it. Where in North America, we all stand out, no matter what you are. So of course, if you are of the LGBTQ community, you can kind of pick someone out in a crowd. Not all the time, but there's times where you're like, oh, okay, like
that's cool.
That person's gay, or that person's lesbian or something. Like through our appearance, we make it visible. Same as the fact how like I recognize myself as a metalhead. So what? I grow my long hair. I have band t-shirts on all the time.
Right.
So you could possibly know, if you know that subgenre or that culture a little bit, you could tell, oh, that guy's probably likes heavy metal music.
Maybe it just goes with the whole society in Japan, where if you're part of the community, you stay with the community. You communicate your thoughts and feelings with the community. That whole Uchi and Soto thing, I feel that plays a big role because in North America, like friends who are, gay or bisexual or, they would eventually tell you, or you'd eventually know, you'd eventually find out because they will say it out loud. If they are confident enough, if they have enough support, they will be open about it on their social media. But here, I feel like from the people I've met who were part of the community, they basically stay within the community. They don't go out and tell like people they've met recently, or like they wouldn't just go to a social gathering, a networking party, and say, "Yeah, I'm part of the community. I'm gay."
Right.
Nobody will ask. Nobody will say, "Oh, are you gay?"
Oh, of course. Yeah, because you don't do that.
Right, of course. I mean, in general, rude. Nobody asks. You don't do that in general. It is rude. But it's not like a social thing. It's not like a piece that you try to put out there in Japan.
Okay, yeah.
Whereas I feel like in North America, in Canada, in America, it's something that you eventually, when you're in your element, like you put it out there, you go to the pride parade day, and you like, I'm going with my friends, and you tell the world, you scream it at the top of the mountain. But here it's like, it's not like that. And that's where I feel
even for things in general. Yeah.
Even for anything, like you were saying, the women's movement, there was a Me Too kind of small movement here, but it didn't blow up. It didn't get big. It didn't get to the point where you were looking everywhere and that's all you would see. Like when I think of Pride Month, I'm going to see it on TV. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to see pride flags. I'm going to go down the street. I'm going to hear my friends talking or hear the people, see it on the bus. I'll see it on that. Like even today, I look on my Facebook and friends are talking about it. In Japan, it's like different. Like you wonder how people who are in the community feel about being in the community. Is there something that they're afraid to talk about? Is it just not open? Do they not care about sharing that side of themselves? Is there a negative reality for people who are not celebrities? And that's something I think about too.
Right. So again, it just brings, an interesting question, interest of how the people feel in Japan who are a part of the community.
Right.
Of course, there's very famous places where you can go, and I'm sure there's like a lot of pride
events,
this month, events that are happening now. Like, so there's definitely places where the community gathers, and that's where it will be seen. But yeah, like you said, because I mean, in the US, it's like presidents like have stated like June is Pride Month.
Yeah.
And it's turned into like an international thing, but in like the Japanese government, has it been said by the prime minister, like, okay, yes, this is Pride Month as well, officially in Japan. Like, let's make everyone's voices be heard and let's accept everyone. But yeah, it's just definitely a different vibe from where we grew up from North America to where we are living now in Japan. So that's why we just wanted to talk about it. But of course, me and Adam, we are definitely for everybody, supporting everyone in the LGBTQ community. So definitely like Pride Month, everyone be accepting of others, no matter what, because again, we're all humans just trying to have a good time.
Enjoy
with
life.
The short time that we have. Enjoy. Yeah, exactly. That's
Enjoy.
it. Exactly.
Just live free.
But that's all the time we have for today's episode, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let us know in the comments down below what your thoughts are of Pride Month. This month of June. Do you see it a lot? Do you not see it a lot? Do you think it should be more in the forefront to help people within the community? Let us know in the comments, like the video and subscribe to the channel.
And be nice in the comments too. No negativity, please. Also, if you want to message us on another channel, not on YouTube, you can check out our other SNS channels. We got Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, where we spend most of our time. So just tell us what you think on one of those channels. Remember, we like to keep it positive on our channels. So please spread love, not hate. It's 2021. Let's get out.
Exactly.
And happy.
Exactly. Yes, that's it. All right, everyone. We'll see you on the next step.